Alright, let's see if I remember how to still do this. Sorry for the lack of content, folks. It's been a very busy couple of weeks for me up in Cornhusker country. Couple that with the Google gods crackdown on videos, forcing me to delay uploads, and it makes for a fairly boring week. Oh, these people and their business model are so absurd and idiotic, it's truly fascinating as Rumble cleans house, pulling all the bigger channels away. They just double down on brainwashed stupid, I guess. You know, if Rumble ever decides to actually pay their creators, it's game over for Kami too, I tell you what. Anyways, Google's really gonna love this one for sure. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene hit Eric Swalwell where it hurts the most during a hearing on Wednesday, causing massive outrage among Democrats in the chamber. After Eric Swalwell, a truly special needs Democrat, finished another one of his low IQ lectures attacking Republicans as anti-Semites, Greene took to the microphone and accused him of having a sexual relationship with a Chinese spy. You guys remember, right? Fang Fang. Well, that sent things off the rails as the chair of the committee weighed whether to strike the words from the record. Oh, no.
This is the gentlelady from Georgia, Miss Greene.
That was quite entertaining from someone that had a sexual relationship with a Chinese spy, and everyone knows it. But
I move to take her words down. Completely inappropriate. Yeah, stand by just a second while we research the rule. Give me just a second.
I need to make sure I have my full 5 minutes.
After Greene's remarks, Representative Daniel Goldman, we talked about him the other day, who has had, let's just say, a checkered start to his congressional career. You'll remember he insulted a mother whose son was murdered in New York City. Anyways, he moved to have the words struck from the record. When the Republican chairman accepted the motion and asked Goldman to state what he wanted to be struck, he refused at first, instead saying everything that Greene said. For reasons that are easy to ascertain, he didn't want the truthfulness of the actual allegation addressed, you see. Goldman was then further pressed until he stated that he wanted the, quote, accusations of an affair with a Chinese spy, those are engaging in personalities, and those words should be taken down, and the gentlelady should not be able to speak anymore in this hearing, unquote. The chairman quickly shot down the latter request, noting that it would not be proper to ban Greene from speaking for the rest of the hearing. He did ask if she wanted to retract her words, at which point she answered that she did not. Finally, following many more minutes of deliberation, the chair ruled that the words would not be stricken, at which point Representative Benny Thompson, who was an infamous part of the January 6th committee, stated that he was, quote, appalled by Greene's accusations. So, what is more appalling? Greene stating that Swalwell had an affair with a Chinese spy, or the fact that much evidence points to it actually happening? Democrats don't want to go there, for obvious reasons, right? And while the back and forth is entertaining enough, I guess, shouldn't the big question be whether Swalwell did sleep with a Chinese spy? The story is not made up. In fact, many mainstream outlets reported on the alleged affair at the time the news broke. Now, as far as I can tell, Swalwell has played coy since things went public, refusing to pointedly deny the allegations while, as always, relying on a friendly press to lay cover for him. Here's an example. Back in 2021, CNN's Jake Tapper interviewed Swalwell, but never actually asked him directly whether he had a sexual relationship with Fang Fang, the Chinese spy in question. Swalwell has long posed a security risk, and once Republicans took back the House, he lost his coveted spot on the Intelligence Committee, if you'll remember. That was well-deserved, given how wrapped up he was with this well-known Chinese spy. The sexual relationship is almost secondary at this point, though still important. Regardless, until Swalwell is willing to provide some real answers, pointing out his highly questionable past is fair game. Greene was just the first one with the balls or guts to do it in a hearing. Speaking of cojones, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene just finished reading over 2,000 pages of a financial report on the Biden family. The in-depth report revealed a lot, including how the Bidens received millions of dollars through LLCs from Burisma and Ukraine. The ties the Biden family have with Ukraine are strong, and they run very, very deep, apparently. Now, we've all known that, right? But in addition to the Ukraine and Burisma LLCs, there were also many others used to reportedly launder money from foreign countries and make payments to the big guy and other Biden family members. Apparently, they had a very well-oiled system running to keep the family funds flowing in. But one of the most curious LLCs Marjorie Taylor Greene learned about was called Owasco. This is the LLC that Hunter owned and what he used to pay his steady stream of prostitutes or whores. Many of those, let's say, ladies of the night were actually from Russia and Ukraine, which doesn't seem all that odd until you discover the group Hunter booked his, let's say, sex through was actually a white slavery ring. What? So why isn't little Hunter in prison yet? Marjorie says the report estimates that there was approximately 28 customers paying, let's just say, sex slaves, because that's what they are. And one of those customers was Hunter Biden, a professional crackhead, apparently, who is reportedly squatting in the White House as I speak. Again, why isn't Hunter in prison? As you know, Americans go to jail every day in this country for much, much less. Just look at the January 6th defendants. Some are still rotting in jail for casually strolling through the Capitol with a police escort. Marjorie Taylor Greene concluded by explaining how the Biden family created an international crime enterprise that revolved around his vice presidential position and his current presidential position, which means that our country has been completely and totally compromised.
We just finished reviewing the financial records in the Treasury. What I saw was over 2,000 pages of jaw-dropping information. There's basically an enterprise wrapped around Joe Biden involving not only multiple family members, more than we thought there were, but other people as well. Just a complete conglomerate of LLC shell companies where money was passing through from foreign countries, China, Ukraine, but many more countries than just those. There's a lot of information the American people deserve to know of the Biden family and the crimes they've been involved in. And the Oversight Committee has a much bigger investigation to do than we ever thought was possible. I just saw evidence of human trafficking. This involved prostitutes, not only from here in the United States, but foreign countries like Russia and Ukraine. This is unbelievable that a president and a former vice president, not only his son, Hunter Biden, but many more family members extending past Hunter Biden and his immediate family. We're going to have to really get to work. This is an investigation that needs to be revealed to the American people. And not only do we have questions about Hunter Biden himself, but this is going to extend into developing a web of corruption, a web of fake companies that's going to reveal money that came in from many foreign countries and went directly into the personal bank accounts of the Biden family, where they have financially benefited directly from Joe Biden's seats of power. And we look forward to investigating and exposing for this for the American people, and we'll see where it goes from there.
In closing, Marjorie Taylor Greene has developed into one of the most honest, dangerous, outspoken Republicans around, and I absolutely love this woman for that. Her feuds with AOC and never back down attitude are sorely needed inside the Republican rankings. This get back to normalcy bullshit I hear from DeSantis fans will only further this country into third world status. People, please take a breath and look around you. You think normalcy is what's needed on our side right now? I don't think so. You know, I watched Trump in an interview with some youngsters, real popular guys, the Full Send podcast. These kids somehow get access to pretty much anyone, including Tucker Carlson, Trump twice now. Anyways, the head guy in the crew there told Trump point blank, "You are the only one that can fix this now." And I 1000% agree. Normalcy will not fix this. Fearless, in your face, everyday honesty will. Trump has proven he will never back down to the ruthless, lying, disgusting media. He will come at them and anyone who gets in his way every day, all day long. Marjorie Taylor Greene is effectively a political offspring of Trump, essentially. And we need a lot more of them. Some of this came by way of Red State and Revolver News. If you liked it, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment down below. There's a PayPal link in the description box, so please put $1 in the bucket on the way out the door. I'd like to thank everyone for all your donations. They're much needed and much appreciated. Now, with all that being said, we'll see you next time.
Come on, move. Move. Easy, easy.